Hey YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino hot sauce review. It's been a long time since we've done a hot sauce review. A very long time since we've done a hot sauce review. I actually have a lot of hot sauces to review. I have a box of them over there that are almost a year old now that I haven't gotten to. And I have like 2 or 3 up here on the table that I haven't gotten to yet. But this one is brand new bought. It's a new one that I just want to try because I've never seen it before in my life. Oh, excuse me. The wife and I ventured to a dollar store. I think it was Dollar Tree or something, which is an actual dollar store, unlike Dollarama or any of the other ones now that aren't dollar stores per se anymore. And we were wandering around this dollar store where everything was $1. Fancy that, eh? Everything is $1 at your dollar store. And I got to the food aisles. And there were some interesting things in the food aisles. Of course, I had to decide how much money I was willing to spend on stupid things to review. And I got to the hot sauce area, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to buy this. It cost me $1, guys. And I've never seen this before, and that's funny because I shop at I do shop at some specialty stores, but we walk into a lot of mainstream stores because my family, other than me, is mostly mainstream. I'm kind of the counterculture guy in the family. My wife bought me this shirt, if you're wondering why the counterculture guy is just wearing a fucking striped polo shirt. Anyway, what I picked up was this. Heinz hot sauce. Heinz hot sauce. I never knew Heinz made a hot sauce. I knew they had the Tabasco ketchup, but I didn't know they made their own hot sauce. And if you make your own hot sauce, why did you even go the Tabasco ketchup? Anyway, this is Heinz hot sauce, chili de arbolo peppers. Chili arbolo peppers, piments de arbolo. So that's a Mexican pepper for anyone that doesn't know. Ingredients: water, vinegar, chili de arbolo peppers, salt, modified cornstarch, citric acid, xanthan gum, garlic powder, potassium sorbate, sodium benzoate. What's that last one? Oh, onion powder and then spices. So the fact that onion powder and spices are after all the preservatives is a sad thing for me. And the fact that xanthan gum goes before garlic powder is sad for me as well. But is that garlic powder or garlic puree? No, it is garlic powder, okay. For those of you that are new to the Albino Rhino beer review, when I was just doing that, I'm legally blind, okay? I'm legally blind. Fuck you. Ingredients. Nutritional facts. Calories 0. Fat 0. Sodium 90 milligrams or 4%. That's pretty... Where was salt? Oh, okay. Well, salt was only the 4th ingredient. So, okay. Carbohydrates 0. Protein 0.1. And vitamin A 2%. Ooh, we're getting some vitamin A, but the peppers are the 3rd ingredient, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, so citric acid would be a stabilizer. Your potassium sorbate and sodium benzoate would be your preservatives. Xanthan gum is a gooping agent. And everything else is semi-natural. I mean, garlic powder and onion powder, not necessarily natural. I mean, just a cheaper variant to get the same flavor as actual garlic and actual onions. So, there we go. There's the top. I use the snake bite to cut that open. This is actually a really cool little opener for those of you that are ever curious. It's made in the USA. It's a leather thong, and inside is a can opener / bottle opener. So the can opener is fairly sharp. Bottle opening, put it right on the cap, pry the cap off, can, put it on the lip, bang, and it makes like snake fang holes in your can. It's a cool little thing that was sent to me to play with. I usually keep it on my keys. It's been down here for a few days. Just make sure it's all shooken up. Let's pop it open and see what it looks like. Oh, it's going to be a hard one to do. It's one of the big dabbers, and with xanthan gum, it means it's going to come out pretty slow anyway. It probably should have had a wider hole. Yeah, a lot of guys don't like wider holes. But this should have had a wider hole if you were going to put xanthan gum in it. In my mind, I mean, it might come out fairly quickly. Let's find out. Yeah, no, that's the smallest dollop of sauce I've seen in a long time. I'm sorry, Heinz. If you're using a arbolo pepper, you're not that hot. You don't need to be the smallest fucking dollop in the world. So we're just going to, I just got it on my shirt. The shirt that I just pulled out of the clean laundry to wear, just so you guys didn't have to look at my fucking chest hair. Now I'm going to have to wash it again. Good work, Chad. Good work. There we go. There we go. So with the dabber, that would have taken me an hour to do. Without the dabber, it took just seconds. Just seconds. Okay, so it is a, come on. It is a, like, diarrhea brownish color. It's a good thing I'm just getting rid of this box that I just dripped it on. Smell? Vinegar shows up, the salt shows up, the garlic shows up. The onion doesn't really show up at all. A little bit of a zang. I have not cooked with an arbolo pepper in years and years and years, so I don't even remember what it's supposed to smell like. But it has almost like a jalapeno tanginess to the nose. Doesn't smell bad. Let's try the Heinz hot sauce. Cheerios. Okay. First and foremost, chunkier than I expected it to be. Second, not super hot, but much hotter than I expected it to be too. I expected this to be on par with like a Tabasco, but it's much hotter than a Tabasco. Yeah. That's actually not a bad sauce. I think I'm going to start hiccuping soon. Because the pepper was actually in that sauce. Lots of chunks, lots of chunks. You can taste the onion. Garlic is very apparent. Very salty, that's my only complaint about it. You can't taste the vinegar at all. Heat right in the back of your throat. And a little almost green pepper tang in there. So onion, garlic, green pepper tang, salt. No vinegar, even though vinegar is the second ingredient. It's a very fresh tasting sauce. It's not the freshest sauce you can get out there. Lots of things in it that don't necessarily have to be in it. That's a nice sauce. It really is. The heat level. I'd probably put it at like a 6. I think it's just above. Well, actually, you know what? If you take Tabasco and you put Tabasco as the 5 out of 10 sauce. Personally, heat level, I'd put Tabasco at like 3, but most people think Tabasco and Frank's are like the median point. So if you take Tabasco and Frank's and you put them at 5 out of 10, this is probably worth like a 7, a 7.5 heat-wise. But if you put Tabasco in that back where I think it should be back at like a 3, and this is sitting at like a 5, maybe a 6. A lot hotter than both of those, but not hot. It is, the heat is still there. The heat is still there in the back of the throat, but it's not anything that's overpowering. I would not have expected this from Heinz, to be honest with you. That's probably why it was at a dollar store. It probably was something that they couldn't sell in a mainstream grocery store. Which is too bad, because this is actually a really good sauce. I would rather have this in my fridge than a than a Frank's any day, because this actually has a lot more flavor and has a lot more heat. Out of 10 on this sauce, especially if you can find it at a Dollar Tree where you can buy it for $1, I'd give this an 8 out of 10. I mean, this is, for $1, this is a great sauce. For more than $1, if you're looking at like a $2 or a $3 bottle, it was probably worth a 7. I would buy it, because I mean, it's a good everyday sauce that I could use on pizza, I could use it on pasta, I could use it on noodles, I could use it on anything I wanted to use it on. Will it add a whole bunch of flavor? Probably not. But it won't take away from the flavor, and it won't diminish the flavor. And that's all you can hope for with a lot of these things. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.